everybody, regardless of their skin color. And that's one of the things that I hope to do as your new Congress member. So send that message to Congress, send that message by sending me down to DC as your new United States Congress member. Thank you all very much.
So at the beginning of this debate, I told you about the Green Party and how we do not accept corporate donations. And this election would be such a great thing if you could look at somebody that's truly independent from that corporate money. I represent the people. And what I'd like to do is, in this running, if I get elected, I'll be your first independent congressman that's truly working for the people. I'm not tied to the corporate money. Right now, we have Democrats and Republicans in the House that don't really understand the prices that we face. And their only solution is just putting more money to wars, creating more deficits, and it's not coming back to us. They think expanding the militarization of our police is a way to end police brutality. That's not a solution. But what I want to do is, with electing me on May 5th, is help build an independent movement, help build an independent party that actually represents the people, of by and for the people. Isn't that what we're supposed to have in this country, right? And the only way to do that is to tear yourselves away from the corporate domination of these two parties. The Democrat and Republican parties are so tied to this money and fossil fuels, and that's why I'm running. Like I mentioned, I'm talking about creating a Green New Deal in this country, one that tears us away from our fossil fuel addiction, to actually build a society where we're actually building something that will help create a better future for our children. Because this world isn't going to be around as we know it. Our coastal communities are, right now, the people that are in Congress right now aren't even thinking about global warming as an issue still. They're leaving our communities to die out here. And we're going to have more Superstorm Sandys, and it's going to be the same thing we have right now, where no relief from FEMA, Build It Back's not going to build anything, and then everyone's going to walk around like, what happened here? As I mentioned before, education is a big factor for me. He's going to be 10 next month. He's a public school student. He loves his school. It's a public school that doesn't go by the Common Core standards. We actually opt out. We've opted out 2 years in a row. And actually, our school has 95% opt-out this year. We went from 80 last year to 95 this year.
What school? 321?
Yep, 321, local youth school. And, it's controversial for some people, but at the end of the day, these tests do not judge how well our kids are performing. There's other attacks on education that we didn't even talk about, like the selling off of our public libraries to real estate developers. This is a huge thing, and I know you're on the council for libraries, and so it's a shame we didn't get to talk about that, but it's just an issue that it's all for profit. The New York Public Library doesn't even care about our children. And so these are the things that we need to stand up for. And the only way we can actually do this is by tearing ourselves away from the money and look at people that actually represent us. That's why I'm running for office. I'm running as an activist because I really care about these issues. And my hopes are, when I get elected next Tuesday, is that will open the door for more activists to step up and actually get involved and fight these powers that be and say no more to more wars overseas, no more to corporatizing our children, no more to this pipeline to prison that we're seeing. And that's what we want to do. Like I said, I want to have a $15 an hour minimum wage now. Vinny wants to have a $10 now and $13 in a few years, but I argue that my sister, for example, won't be able to live. She's in a homeless shelter. She just got out of a homeless shelter after 2 years of being in that system. And she works. But just because the rents are so high, she has to be in a homeless shelter with her children. And I know so many people that are like this. And that's why if you raise this minimum wage, it actually takes, like we were talking about before, it takes the resources of not having to spend for food stamps and all these additional resources, because people are getting a paid a living wage, so they don't need to go to these other resources. And they can feel proud about what they're doing. And they can have a really nice, happy, healthy life. one of the things we're talking about is we want a Medicare for all system. There's everybody in, nobody out. No additional cost to the patients that need them. And with this system, we would also be able to provide preventative health care. So you can stop yourself from getting sick, stop yourself from getting the surgeries that cost $30,000 at a time. So these are all the things that I'm running for. And that's why I'm asking to vote for me on May 5th, you know, for the Green Party line. And thank you everybody for coming out. And it's really good.
On behalf of the audience, I would like to say I feel this has been a really enriching conversation. It's given us lots to think about, and we wish both of you tremendous luck next